Arkansas Sam Pittman will be next. The Hogs are open this week following their victory over Tennessee on Saturday. To ask a question for Coach, please use the raise hand function. And Coach, while we wait on any questions, if you could take a moment to comment on your team as you enter this open date.
Yeah, well, thank you. I think after 6, weeks in a row, I think everybody in this league is a little bit beat up, and so this bye week comes at a perfect time. And Tennessee has a very physical football team, and so we are beat up, but hopefully we can get healthy, and we are preparing for LSU, who's a super team, really playing well. But we're excited to have this bye week and be ready to answer any questions.
Yeah, Coach, I just wondered if you had any update on Talon. I know you mentioned after the game it was an MCL. Is there any update on his diagnosis and kind of how he's approaching this week?
Well, we don't think it's MCL now, more of a bone bruise, and very, very sore on him. So hopefully he'll be back by LSU. It'll kind of be day-to-day right now, but our diagnosis was there was not any ligament damage.
And I was also wondering about Patrick Kudus and Jalen Braxton. I know those are a couple of guys that have been out. Just kind of what's the latest on those guys?
Well, we're certainly hoping they can come back. Kudus practiced yesterday. We'll practice again today. Braxton will be ready by Thursday. So hopefully we can get some of those guys back.
Thanks, Coach.
Next, we'll go to Bob Holt of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Sam. We know Rodney Hill missed the game, and R-Dub got some work. I guess, first off, what did R-Dub do to get some reps? I know it was limited, but I just think he did. And then Rodney, I think we heard on TV it was a knee thing too. If you can update that.
Yeah, MCL. Rodney, we expect to be back by Monday. Probably not this week, by Monday. And R-Dub, had a couple of nice runs and a pass catch out of the backfield. He's been practicing well. He was hurt. His time was cut because he had been injured. The week before his suspension, he had a really good practice week. And then coming back off of that, he's had a really good practice week. So it's good to see him out there, and if he'll continue, and he'll continue to have good practice. He'll continue to see the field more.
And I don't know how many guys have kicked 2 different kickers at field goals in a big game like that, but that happened for you all. I guess, how's Ramsey doing, and how do you feel about your kicking situation with those guys? Him and Shipley.
I was proud of Shipley to come in, and it wasn't a long field goal, but he made it, and made the extra points, and so I was proud of him to come out there and do that. Ramsey has a significant injury, and so he's going to be out for a while. So those kicking duties will go to Shipley.
Next, we'll go to Kurt Bowles of the Houston Chronicle.
Sam, in all your time in the SEC at Arkansas and Georgia, have you ever seen the quality of football teams top to bottom in the league like this year? And could you see a 2-loss team show up in Atlanta in the SEC championship game?
Well, there's certainly a big possibility of that. I was thinking about that after our game, and certainly what's gone on in our league just proves you really have to be ready to play each and every week, but I don't recall a year like this. In 2017, Auburn made a heck of a run there at the end, and they'd beaten Georgia, and they beat Alabama and got into the SEC championship game there. I know they had, I don't know how many losses they had, but they made a big run there and end up playing in a New Year's Day bowl. But I can't remember a season since I've been in the SEC quite like this through the halfway part.
Thanks, Sam.
Next, we'll go to Jackson Fuller, the Times Record.
Hey Sam, just can you walk us through what's the schedule for this week on the bye week, and how much do things change with a couple weeks off here before LSU?
Well, we're trying to get healthy first. I think that's what bye weeks are for. Obviously, if you're looking for some positional changes, getting guys who haven't played for a lot of the season back. But we cleaned up our Tennessee game on Monday like we normally would, and then but we just went to watch film after that on LSU, an hour of film. Yesterday we watched an hour of film, had an hour walkthrough. Today we'll have an hour of film. We'll have a practice of about an hour and a half in spiders. Tomorrow we'll have the same. The practice will be about an hour and a half in full pads. Then the kids will get off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we'll come back to start the week on LSU on Monday.
And another injury question here: just how are the tight ends doing? I know Poshka's missed a couple games or one game, and Luke and Ty both were able to play. How's that unit doing right now?
That was probably our biggest concern going into the Tennessee game, that we didn't have. We were using Josh Street, as a tight end who plays tackle for us. But I feel really good about Luke. I feel, we still have a few test results to get back for Poska. And Ty Washington should be ready by Monday. So I think that room there will be back to full tilt by Monday.
Next, we'll go to Tom Murphy, the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Sam, I wonder what you thought of Devin Bale's game. The way he changed the field in the fourth looked pretty big.
Well, he had two punts for over 50 yards, his last two punts. The guy's valuable. I mean, he's as valuable as anybody we have, and he's infectious with energy. But he holds for field goals. He kicks off for us, and he's our punter. And he's valuable as anybody we have on the team, and is doing a really good job, and to flip the field a little bit and help us there with his last two punts was huge in the game.
I know you targeted Broden for each of the games, but he caught one on this one, and I'm just wondering what that might do for him.
Well, he's older, and so I think the one he caught down on our sideline, he got heck knocked out of him as a good hit by Tennessee's defensive back. But he held on to the ball, and that's certainly got to bring confidence to him. We've always had confidence in him, and hopefully that'll be a catch that will elevate his confidence.
Next, we'll go to Mason Young of the Tulsa World.
Hey, Coach. Hope you're doing well. Obviously, it's Red River Rivalry Week for OU in Texas. Just curious, from your time growing up in Grove, or from the 2 years that you got to coach at OU, any fond memories of watching or being a part of this game for you?
Well, I think watching it was a better memory than playing in it, because when I was at Oklahoma, we were 0-2. But it's awesome. It's awesome how they have the stadium, because it's not end zone to end zone. It's 50-50, and I thought that was really cool. The atmosphere going into the state fairground, you got hand gestures, they're clapping for you, or they're doing the other one for you. And I don't know, it's just a really, really neat feeling, neat atmosphere, and I'm sure. And the games are always really, really exciting. So I'll be excited to not play anybody on Saturday and sit back and watch that great rivalry between two really, really good football teams.
Thanks, Coach.
That's all your time today, Coach. Thank you.